Ulakachtem lachem bayom avisha. One of the most famous tropes in the Torah. It says that you shall take for yourself on the first day the lulav, and we know all the other minim as well. The Medrash says, fascinating Medrash Rabbah, that the reward for the mitzvah of lulav and the esrog and all the different species is tremendous. The lashon is, it says, how be'hu me'od. It's tremendous. So the Yefei Torah, one of the famous classic commentators on the Medrash, says, why? How do you know that? Where do you see that? He sees it from l'kachtem lochem, for yourself. Lochem, he says, means lahanoschem, for your pleasure, ulatavoschem, and for your good. That meaning, don't just do it because of a mitzvah, do it for selfish reasons, for your own reason, meaning because you're going to get a lot of reward for the mitzvah of lulav. Now, what do you mean? There's a rule, schar mitzvah b'hayam malako. We are not rewarded in this world for mitzvahs. We're rewarded in the next world. So does that contradict the Medrash? Maybe the Medrash and the Gemara are saying two different things. But possibly we could put it together based on the words of the Halig of Baldishiva, the Kedushas Levi. And he says that when the Gemara tells us, another famous Medrash, that the mitzvah of Abba Minim is on the first day. It's not on the first day of Tishrei, it's on the 15th day of Tishrei. That's when Sukkot is. Says the Medrash, the first day of the calculation of sins. What does that mean? Says the Baldishiva, now during the high holiday, the person does tshuva, they repent because of fear, tshuva miyira. And therefore, their sins become not, made, not that they did it on purpose. They get lowered to sins, still sins, but they became unintentional sins. That is because the tshuva during the high holidays is a tshuva out of fear of punishment. You're scared, you're afraid. But on Sukkot, which is a time of happiness, then what happens? You do tshuva me'alva, you do tshuva because of love to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What happens then? Then the averos become merits. And that's why it says that the first day of calculation of sins, because until then we don't want to talk about sins. Now we want to talk about sins because now sins become mitzvahs. That's the Halig B'dishiver's vort. According to the B'dishiver, maybe that answers up the original question. The rule that we don't reward, I don't do anything. The Kadosh Baruch Hu doesn't reward us for mitzvahs in this world, because only in the next world, let's talk about a regular case, a mitzvah, so the reward.